Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we are going to take a look at Tobin. You can get his 4-star version by accumulating 6,000 points in the Tempest Trials and his 5-star version at 30,000 points. We are going to start off with the review, and in the second half of the video I will go over a few optimal builds for our fellow villager. Tobin is a free-to-play unit, so he does not come with any IVs. At max level, he has a lot of health, 46 HP, 31 attack, 27 speed, 33 defense, and 26 resistance. Something that I need to mention is that his base total stats is at 163, which makes him tied for the highest base total stats for an infantry unit. But back to the stats. HP, defense, and resistance are average to above average, but attack is just mediocre, and speed is terrible. In a way, he kind of reminds me of Hinata, but a little bit better, which isn't saying much. Tobin may look very tanky, but in reality he isn't that tanky because he gets doubled by almost everybody. Now his stats aren't good, but that doesn't mean he's unusable. Since his base total stats is so high, you can give him all the expensive skills out there and try to get the best arena score possible. He comes with Armor Slayer, not a good weapon, but I guess it's fine. I mean, Tobin doesn't come with amazing attacks, so Armor Slayer can be useful for taking out Hector and Zephiel, but that's pretty much it. I think Silver Sword and Ruby Sword are the best swords for him. He has high defense and resistance, so with Ruby Sword he can become an anti-green tank. With Silver Sword equipped, his total attack is at 46. This way he doesn't need to rely on specials or other skills for damage. Killing Edge might be useful. It's pretty much the opposite of Silver Sword. He'll total at a low 42 attack, so he will need to rely on specials. Pivot and attack plus 3 are kind of like whatever. Seal attack 3 is not that good on him. It's better to use skills that lower the enemy's speed before combat, so Tobin doesn't have to take 2 hits just to get the -7 speed debuff off. But I mean, with 27 speed, Tobin still wouldn't be able to double that many heroes even with the speed debuff. It would only be used to prevent doubles. Alright, so this set is still fairly expensive, but I'm going to call it his budget set anyways. Give him Bonfire, Triangle Adept, Swordbreaker, and Threat Defense. Tobin is going to be used as a wall versus greens, and with Swordbreaker he will do fine versus most sword units. He can 1-round KO Hector, Zephiel, and Drog thanks to Armor Slayer. He doesn't 1-round too many heroes aside from mages and those 3 armored units. The pro is that he takes like no damage from greens and should be able to kill most sword units if he starts to fight on the enemy phase. Even Blade Tome Nino with Erica buffs can only chunk Tobin for half his HP. You can swap out Armor Slayer for Silver Sword Plus and he'll do more damage because of the extra might, but he will lose the ability to 1-round KO Zephiel and Drog. The next set, give him Silver Sword, Bonfire, Fury, Threat and Defense, and either Swordbreaker, Renewal, or Quick Riposte in the B slot. With the Swordbreaker version, he's able to 1-round KO popular sword units like Ryoma and Lucina, but cannot 1-round Hector. Any sword hero with defenses in the mid-20s should die, but for the bulkier ones, you'll have to start the fight off on the enemy phase and finish them off on the player phase. The Quick Riposte version is similar to the Swordbreaker version, except most of the action will take place during the enemy phase. It's a better skill in terms of coverage. Swordbreaker obviously only works on sword units, but Quick Riposte works on basically anyone. If you go with Renewal, then consider using Art of Sacrifice with it so he can be used as a pseudo healer. You can also consider using Aether with Renewal just to maximize your arena score. The last one is a distant counter Quick Riposte set. Tobin has high defense and resistance, so the best way to use his stats is by making him a complete wall for greens. Like I said earlier, Blade Tome Nino with Erica buffs can only chunk him for half, so with this set Tobin is able to bait and kill green mages and also kill green melees in 1 or 2 turns. He doesn't have Swordbreaker, so his matchups versus sword units are obviously a lot worse. Ryoma and Lucina with Fury actually takes Tobin's HP down to 4, and they actually live with just 1 HP. The Life and Death version of Lucina and Ryoma just totally annihilates Tobin. If you do decide to use this set, make sure to have allies that hard counter reds and blues. Overall, Tobin is not a very good unit. He has a hard time killing enemies and he doesn't tank very well due to his low speed. He's very good at tanking greens with Triangle Adept or Ruby Sword, but a lot of heroes can fill that role. I think the only reason you will want to use him is to maximize your arena score without having to use armor units. But even for that, it's going to cost a lot, and if you end up in tier 20, I don't know how far you can go with Tobin on your team. If you have any cool builds for Tobin, feel free to share it with everyone in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.